From the Intellifluence headquarters in sunny Scottsdale, Arizona, this is the Intellifluence Influencer Spotlight. In each episode, we sit down with an influencer from our network and we discuss their background as well as their unique approach to influencer marketing. Jennifer Wakumelo's greatest passion lies in creating functional and beautiful solutions for small businesses and entrepreneurs online. Jennifer has been in healthcare for over a decade and started her first blog, Real Food to Heal, from the ground up in 2014. What started as a recipe blog has evolved into a blog that shares more of Jennifer's family's interests rather than just food. Jennifer says there's no room for dogmatic attitudes about diets when it comes to Real Food to Heal. You can learn more about Jennifer at jenniferwakumelo.com or realfoodtoheal.com. Can you tell us about what motivated you to start Real Food to Heal?
Well, actually, I struggled with a lot of problems with my health for some time. And after trying a bunch of different things and realizing it just wasn't working, I found the solution, which is on my About page. I basically just changed my diet and my habits with my lifestyle, and I was able to, come to a much better health situation. And a lot of my friends and family had questions about how I did that. So rather than just telling the same old story every time, I decided I should start a blog about it and then share the healthy recipes, the tips. And then, of course, that evolved into more of a general lifestyle blog at this point, where we just share how we live our lives and things we do and how we kind of maintain the balance and staying healthy.
Nice. That's good. And what have been some of your favorite brand partnerships to date?
Ooh, I have had a lot of good brand partnerships. I have to say that, I worked with a company way back. When I first started working with you guys, it was a keto supplement. I believe it was Keto FX. And at the time, I had just started keto diet to try and see how that would work for me for where I was in life. It was working really well, but I was struggling with the keto flu, which I'm not sure if you're familiar. It's basically, you just feel like you have the flu, and it's due to, restricting carbs in such a short period of time. And that supplement was amazing. And it was one of the first brands that I felt like this was just the most perfect timing for me to meet with them. And I just couldn't have found a better option. It helped the keto flu, and I was able to create some content that I felt was really fitting. And I really enjoyed the brand. They were great to work with. So
that's great. That's awesome. And we love to hear stories like that. That's what we want the vast majority of, that's what we want all partnerships to be like. But sometimes there's a brand that might not do their due diligence when researching an influencer, and they send a pitch that doesn't really match the influencer. So what's the weirdest request you've ever received from a brand?
Oh, on your platform or in general?
It could be not on our platform.
Yeah, let's go with that. I received an email request through my Instagram contact, and they wanted me to post a blog post that was about something completely unrelated to my blog. I think it was like a slots game for your Android or something. And at first I thought it was spam because it was completely unrelated. And the way that they wrote it was like, this would be perfect for you, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, well, I don't know. But it was legitimate. I replied back and I was like, well, thank you for reaching out. I don't know that this fits my content, and I don't know that my readers would appreciate me sending them this random blog post. But yeah, I think that was probably the weirdest one.
Nice. You made out better than some people. Some people have some pretty crazy stories. So what do you recommend for the busy family who struggles to cook healthy meals and is tempted to just kind of eat out all the time? I'm asking for a friend.
Oh, okay. So I would recommend just a really quick planning session. We use an Excel spreadsheet, and we just write down like the meal we want to cook, what ingredients it'll take, and kind of the time it'll take. I know that might sound a little complicated, but basically when you list all of that out, you can see which ingredients are common. So when you go to the store, you'll purchase ingredients. Let's say you're going to make chicken marinara with a side of broccoli, and then the next night or a couple nights later you might want to have spaghetti. You could just purchase a giant jar of healthier tomato sauce, and then you don't have to worry about not being able to make your your meals that you set out. Also, frozen vegetables in a steamer bag have been amazing for us. There's been a lot of research that there's just as many nutrients in the flash frozen vegetables as the fresh, and it's so much easier to throw that bag in the microwave for 5 minutes and then add your seasoning afterward than to chop your vegetables and figure out how you're going to cook them. So for us, I would say frozen vegetables, steamable bags, and meal planning, even if it's just 10 minutes to write down, okay, I want to eat, these 7 meals for my dinners, the leftovers will be lunch, and I'll do oatmeal every morning, or something simple like that. And then you're prepared when you go to the grocery store. You can make sure you have everything you need and you don't get tempted. And then 30-minute meals. Max it out at 30 minutes. Don't make anything that takes longer than that.
I like that. I gotta do that for an Excel spreadsheet. Every time I cook, I feel like I cook dinner for 2 hours.
Yes, and that's the problem that I ran into. We also love the Instant Pot. I'm not sure if you're familiar. We got ours back when it was brand new. It was a wedding gift. We had no idea what it was. We didn't use it for like 3 months, and then we finally started using it, and I can promise you that appliance never goes in the cupboard. It is basically the most used appliance in our household. Basically, it's a much safer version of a pressure cooker from the old days where you can make a meal way faster, like a slow cooker, but in like 30 minutes.
Oh, nice. I should tell my mom about that. And there's a bunch of diets out there, the Mediterranean, the keto, and different people consider them healthy. So can you tell us a little bit about the free 7-day health challenge you feature on your site and why someone would want to take it?
Yes, that's actually a really good question. So I created that challenge with the idea that basically exactly what you said. There are so many diets and so many people that advocate for certain diets, but not every diet is right for every person. I believe there's certain things that are right for every person, and I listed those on the health challenge. As you probably noticed, drinking enough water, getting up and moving, cleaning out the junk food in your day, cutting down the sugar. Those kinds of things are pretty straightforward and across the board, regardless of what diet you're following. I don't know of that many diets that, would allow you to do any of those things, drinking soda or, restricting your water intake rather than increasing it. So we kind of came up with, my husband and I kind of came up with, a list of things that you can implement and start yourself into a healthier lifestyle rather than focusing on, well, this is a diet I'm going to do. This is how I'm changing my lifestyle, little steps. And then after that 7 days, just repeat it, continue, add to it, or launch yourself into an actual program that you prefer. So simple steps, kind of baseline for anyone to get started.
Yeah, there's an author I really like who wrote a book on that. On his philosophy is kind of agnostic healthy eating.
Yes,
kind of sounds
that's
like
exactly what I believe in, I would say. And I might take a challenge here and there and, stick with a certain diet for a period of time. But at the end of the day, it is basically whatever makes you feel good at that point in time in your life. And that can change for people. So listening to your body is major.
Absolutely. And so when it comes to social media, what's your favorite platform to post to? Do you prefer long form posts like on Facebook or visual centric mediums like Instagram or videos? What do you like?
Instagram is my absolute favorite, and that is for the fact that I can do the visuals and the long text. And I feel like with Instagram, you really have an opportunity to be more creative and artistic with your posts, and then also relay messages and, cross promote, such as through stories or posting your content to Facebook or Twitter. Instagram is basically my hub of where I do a lot of my work. And then of course the blog as well. It's pretty easy to take some Instagram post and build a blog post out of that content because it's kind of a snippet of what you want to say about the content, and then you can build off of that.
Definitely. And where do you see influencer marketing headed in the next 5 years or so?
Honestly, based on what we can look at in the last 5 years, I think it's definitely going to continue to dominate marketing and move into, potentially the majority of what companies would use. I think we've already seen that with a lot of brands. We've seen some brands that primarily and almost exclusively use influencer marketing as opposed to traditional marketing, and it can be really successful. So I think it's just going to continue to, move up.
Want to join Intellifluence as an influencer for free? It's easy. Visit Intellifluence.com, click on the influencers link, and then click on the Join for Free button to sign up. Once you have registered, you will get immediate access to our influencer marketplace where you can browse relevant offers from brands and apply on the spot. You'll also be eligible to receive attractive product and service pitches from brands. There's absolutely no cost to join as an influencer, so we hope you take advantage of our service. Also, be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and well, you know the drill. Until our next episode, keep being awesome.